What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of KeeperRL. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today. So we got for a little while. We've actually accumulated quite the weird little amalgamation of I think I said that word. I said amalgamation. I don't know. I like to vary words around. It's just one of those things that I do. It's a skill set that I has. Oh, there's like treasures and stuff over here. Well, I think we should check on that for sure. Oh, really? We're mining all of that out, too. See? I've already forgotten all the little projects that we've been working on here today. The truth of the matter is we have been kicking the ass off of all the other entities? Bad guys, perhaps? I don't know. Some of them are bad. Some of them are good. I get lost in the shuffle of murder 90% of the time. As long as I've got hand on hilt and I'm able to thrust it inside one of my enemies, I think we'll be okay in the interim. Welcome on back, though. In today's episode, I don't really know what I want to do. In fact, let's take a look at the map right now. We'll kind of try and sort out who remains. So our allies are still here. The lizard men, I think we had been throwing ourselves at pretty violently, and it hadn't turned out amazingly well. We had a couple of solid chances to get rid of them, but aside from that, we're mashing our way through this map really, really quickly. It looks to me as though we essentially just had a whole bunch of lesser villains. We don't have a lot of major villains in here, and typically I think you get 2 or 3, but you know, I was fiddling with the map settings at the beginning, and so chances are I may have missed something. As of right now, I've just got a whole bunch of my little dudes doing their thing. We need them to level up and get a little bit stronger, and once they get that done, I think we'll be in good shape. Let's have a look at our monsters list right now so that we can determine whether or not, so with our orcs, we've got Muzgak, we've got Laranak, we've got Grish, we've got Orkob, we've got Musgum, we've got Bughash, Morzarn. So we have some definite orcs in here that are not really cut out for combat. I mean, they're doing their best to level up as fast as possible, and even using the upgraded level up spots, they're taking a little bit. They're going to have to get better at this. In the meantime, inside of this room, it looks like we got a whole bunch of leather armor. We could probably utilize quite a few more weapons if we wanted to make that work. Let me have a look here. So for 100 of our ores, we can get ourselves into some new swords. I think that sounds pretty good. I'm going to assign 10 swords to be crafted so that they get done at a reasonable rate. I probably won't spend much of my iron, so that cost me 1,000 iron already. Oh wow, we're up to 936 coins. That means that we're probably about ready to throw in a new throne as far as I know. So let's go inside of here and we can do another throne. I'm going to say just put that bitch right there, unless you can only have the one throne. I think you can only have one throne. Everything that I'm seeing so far seems to be leading to the fact that we only get the one throne. I'm going to leave this on fast mode, so instead I guess we'll be putting down a whole bunch of, oh, I don't know, installations, statues, I guess, since that's really the only way for me to expand my influence. I'll just have to focus heavily on putting in more statues. So there it is. We're down to 84 gold. Luckily, gold doesn't really have that much of a function aside from you using it to mash stuff out. I don't know if there's like a trading function in the game yet where you can meet up with other factions and like trade your stuff for their stuff. In that case, gold might be a bit more satisfactory and usable, but sir, I'm going to control you because I need to go check out this mine over here. Now, we've got a whole bunch of allies. Hopefully, the enemies don't come after me when I go in this direction. Sometimes they like to beeline for the keeper, so I may have picked a bad time to do this. Oh, there's dwarves back here. That's really, really not good. That's, like, beyond not good. Okay, run away. Actually, my keeper's level 10. What level is the dwarf lady? Hey, dwarf lady, what level are you? He's level 13.52, attack 40, defense 35. As far as Bog Bouncer goes, he's at training, 4.4, combat, the limit. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Well, I'm not really sure, but let's just release him for a second, and we can take a look at his stats. He's at 2830, so he's definitely not as strong as the dwarves that are over there. I was wondering why nobody had picked that treasure out of the walls. Suddenly it makes a whole lot of sense. Suddenly it makes a whole lot of sense. Alright. I haven't utilized ghosts or anything like that. Boo! I haven't utilized ghosts or anything of that kind so far because they don't seem to be that good. An orc produces a sword. Vampires have reached level whatever. We've got nighttime in just a minute, so my suggestion would be that we rush the enemy with the cover of night since we're utilizing so many allies that can't be out in the sun. Things like vampires, zombies, ghosts. None of those things do a great job when you put them out in the sun. They tend to get a little bit crispy and disgusting. Back up to 1,000 gold. Hooray. Installations. We got to keep making ourselves look more and more badass and baller. It's the only way. So we'll put in a couple of those right there. That'll increase our cap by 3 more. We were up to 32 minions. We literally cannot, well, literally is not the right word, but because I was going to be like, well, we literally can't produce anymore, but we're not metaphorically producing them. I don't think that that's possible, or figuratively. I don't think we're figuratively creating minions. So, as I meant to say, with the training room, I can make a steel dummy. See, that's what I should be doing, is I should be saving some of this. So with installations, as far as my manufactories go, if I wanted to get a steel furnace, I need the research for that. How are we sitting on mana right now? Beast mutation, and then I only have 3 mana remaining. Alright, well, we'll have to work our way through that a little bit more rapidly. It had been my hope that maybe we had accumulated some more mana during our time here. We are going to need more torches as well, because that's going to affect morale. But I don't think morale actually plays into the game just yet, as far as I know. Don't quote me on that, but I would Google around a little bit before taking morale into account when it comes to the actions that you're going to do inside of your base, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. We've got forges, we've got workshops, we've got the ability to make. We were under attack by the lizard man of Prilosec one more time. That's cool. They're going to get stomped out like instantly, so it doesn't even... It shouldn't be a relative problem. They're going to come in, and they're instantly going to get juked and laid out. Like, one of my orcs right there is going to take a little bit of damage. Oh, looky there. They're actually making a solid push. At least they're trying. Keeper's in trouble. No, I'm not worried about it. Keeper will be fine. Just don't focus on him. I'm far more worried about... Oh, he died. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that he wouldn't, but I guess he must have been bleeding or something like that. So if we go into this area, we actually lost quite a few right there, because I think we were sitting at 27. We lost about 5 guys. That's no good, and we didn't get our burgers or fries neither. I've never been to Five Guys. There's one in my town, but it's like I live in a place where there's an In-N-Out and there's a Habit. Like, why would you ever go to Five Guys? It just makes no sense. It's like, well, if you're not going to In-N-Out, then you're definitely going to the Habit, and you're not going to the Habit, or you're not going to In-N-Out. There's a Sonic. So... why would I ever go to Five Guys? It just seems like it's irrelevant. I don't know how they stay in business. They've been over there for a while, and it's always empty because they put it right across the street from the Habit, which is the greatest burger place ever invented by man. So it raises curious questions with regards to the planning of one's corporation and the placement of one's resources. It's just, we've got ogres, okay. With ogres around, we should be able to help out a little bit right there. We've only got the club, though. You can find me with the club, smacking on my foes upon the nub. So there are all kinds of gears on these guys, although as it goes down, it dithers a little bit. I would suggest that we make gloves, we make boots, and we make some other things as well, just to flesh out our manufactorum. So let's make, like, I don't know, bunch of pairs. Like, it doesn't even matter because they should craft these really, really rapidly. Like, they should go through these almost instantly with a lot of them, and they don't take that many resources anyways. So I'm not really that concerned by it. There we go. We've got heavy clubs too. I'd take some heavy clubs. Yeah, absolutely. Grab a whole bunch of heavy clubs and a bunch of normal clubs too, just to flesh out the ranks. As far as this goes, I would make, we've got 100 mana right there. I'd make a couple of potions of healing as well, even if we have to go into a mana deficit, just to make sure that everybody's got a consumable they can use to save themselves at least one time as they go into combat. Because that's another way, is your characters will automatically utilize potions and first aid kits to save themselves if they need to, and so providing them and provisioning them with those things tends to be a decent plan. A couple more statues up to flesh out our population cap as well. We've got ghosts, we've got zombies, we've got gloves being produced all over the place. We should start to see some of these individuals run out here and grab some of those goodies as well. Yeah, there goes one right there. If the armor value on these actually exceeds the armor values of the ones that they have, they should supply themselves with gear, and you shouldn't have to worry about telling them to do it. The only place that you run into issues is when there's like similar gear of similar values and you want them to use like very specific things. At that point, I think they're going to have to add in a system kind of like what Nemoria has, where You just have to set up kit, basically, for each set of creatures. Wear this gear and nothing else. Move on. Okay. I'm going to take a couple of critters here. Let's make ourselves... We've got a... Oh, we don't have any teams, actually. Okay. Let's take a team of orcs. We're not under attack right now. So let's take a team of orcs, and I'd like to get rid of these dwarves that are actually literally undermining our society. Or I guess since we don't have 3 space, we wouldn't know about that, but you get what I'm trying to say. Inside of here, we've got a healing potion. I will absolutely take that. Let's go ahead and put some pain on him. That's right, don't let him escape. I'm actually kind of surprised that he's still fighting. Ooh, we got chainmail right there. We got some iron gear. Yes. Perfect. Let's go down here. We're going to check each of these chests for anything that might be useful. 30 gold inside of that one. 40 gold inside of that one. Another dead dwarf on that side, although she was unarmed, and so she wasn't really a concern. We lost a club over on this side. Bummer there, but I'll take a 1 orc loss to... Do you have any... Yeah, use that healing potion. There it is. Now you're feeling a lot better, and you're feeling merry. Despite the fact that they're getting slaughtered by random dwarves, they are feeling quite merry about their life prospects right now. A little bit more treasure to be had right there, and so we've worked our way through. I'm going to wait until my population cap gets near to the top, so let's speed the game up, and then we're going to go hit the lizard men again. The game should be over in the next 2 to 3 episodes. This is not like an intensely difficult game. It's not a game that's going to stress you out too much unless you start adding all kinds of other dungeon keepers into the game who have their own custom dungeons that other players have built. At which point, even then it doesn't become a challenge. It's just like people make cheesy dungeons that are all in like one hallway and are all rockfall traps. So you lose 1 unit every single time you take a step forward for like hours. People make all kinds of cheesy stuff in this game, but I get it. They want to win. Winning is important to some people. Makes sense. Winning is important to me. You think I'm lying right now. I love winning. Winning is the best. I'm very, very competitive. I can't help it. I like to win. We'll put the shaman in there. We'll keep the ogres, the goblins, and the vampires and zombies here kind of as base guards just in case anything decides to attack us while we're out and away. Ah, the lizardmen of Prilosec are back again. They do attack really, really frequently. I'll say that for them. They are commonly here. Man, look at you guys getting your asses whooped. Getting all tore up. Although they are filling some of my side spaces with way too much poison gas. Sigh. That's definitely where they tend to get us the most. Is that we lose a bunch of people to poison after the fact. I would actually go so far as to say that, like, I don't know. The poison seems to be more damaging than everything else. Because it dithers inside that room for so long. I suppose it'll just have to do. But with the rate at which I'm being attacked, it's hard for me to replenish rapidly enough to get back out there and attack again. We are going to have to kill the lizard men at some point. They're going to have to go because they're definitely pinning us down with some of their shenanigans. Am I full up on beds? Is that why I'm no longer pulling orcs? I bet that's what it is. Put in another set of beds in our little dormitory area. With the beast mutation, I'm kind of curious what kind of beasts we would get out with the second rank of that. I don't know what's remaining inside that. Yeah, we were out of beds. I think there has to be a bed for every single orc, otherwise they won't repopulate. We'll give them some time. As soon as that hits 35, we're going to take whatever we have with regards to orcs and goblins, and we're just going to send them in enemy territory. And hopefully we slaughter our way through and at least get enough cash and enough treasure and enough conquest to make people happy. After that, it shouldn't be that difficult. We should be able to go through and kill off the ants, and we should be able to kill off the hydras pretty easily without any further problems. I don't know what... Oh, they're attacking again. Wow. He wiped them out with a quickness. He wiped them out like they wasn't no thing. Dropped him with a That was one guy. He just walked out and was like, I'll handle this. The rest of you, get back to work. I've been feeling, I gotta loosen up anyways. I've been feeling like I haven't get enough stretching going on lately. I'm just gonna get out here and see what I can accomplish with regards to violence. So is everybody equipped now? Yes. Everybody should have access to some kind of gear. And if they don't, go ahead and make me a couple more heavy clubs. Make me some of those guys. Make me some of those guys. There we go. That's what I like to see. I love having leveled up goblins. They're just ridiculously good at tinkering and getting us stuff crafted. I think we're going to need some more trees too, so give me my dig tool. I don't even know if I can go up that way. Here, give me my iron too. Oh, that's outside. I was going to say, I guess I have to connect it right there. I don't know. Didn't give me an error reading or anything like that, so I'm assuming I'm not screwing it up too bigly. Too largely. In too huge of a fashion. In explosive fashion is really how I prefer to fail. If it's going to happen either way, you might as well make it like a Michael Bay experience, you know? So with our goblins, or with our orcs, they're looking pretty good right now. Looking pretty good. I mean, we've got a lot of low-level orcs in here, but that's okay. They can be feeders. I'm going to control the orcs, and we're going to take them, and let's get a hit in on the lizard men. Because I don't think I'm fooling around when I say that they deserve it. They definitely need to catch some click-clack over here. Did I just not search this? I must have attacked with beasts last time. That must be what it was. Attacked with a whole bunch of critters, so I couldn't pick up any of the loot. We did do work, though. There are a lot of dead guys over here. 38 gold. A rat trap. Just, oh, there's several chests full of rats. I guess that's probably their only food source. I mean, they are peasants after all. And when they run out of turnips, what are they to do next? Well, I would assume it would be they've got to eat rats. There goes one right there. We got a little bit of gear on this side. I'm going to pick it up as best I can. Have we killed them all off yet? Ooh, a book. What does a book do? Humanoid mutation. You are overloaded. Okay. Take the gold with me. I do hope that they add a system that will make it simpler to swap gear around on characters too. I'm sorry, swap control on characters too. What I'd like to see is just with this team interface right here, you just click the one and it'll automatically swap your control over if you want to, because you end up swapping guys a lot because you need treasure. There's treasure all over the place. Nope, we don't want to travel. We wanted to switch control over to, I don't know. This level 14 dude's probably perfectly fine. I'm not a giant fan of leaving behind like good stuff. Oh, we could carry around a human head too if we wanted to. Nice. Teach him a lesson about messing with us. Teach him a lesson about messing with us. Killing humans and then I chop off their bust. Alright, so we've got 25. Kill all the humans. We'll run through here and we'll try to make sure that we murder everything. Including their dogs and their cats and everything else. It's cruel, but it's a cruel world that we live in when it comes to storming through killing all humans. And they deserve it. You know what these humans said about our mothers? Our pleasant, wonderful, culinary genius orc mothers? They've said all kinds of horrible things about them. We can't let that stand. We can't let it stand. So let's pan through. We're going to see who remains here. Check for any caves or anything they might be hiding inside of, because in my experience, regardless of who you're trying to fight, they tend to have little hidey holes and things. Yeah, everything looks okay over here. I don't see anything else inside the confines of the area we're currently trying to work our way through. There's got to be a house or something back here, though, that has like one lizard man inside of it. And that's what we're missing out on. Into the forest, into the trees. Actually, no, we're pretty much done with the slaughter here. A lot of it comes down to just I don't know who I'm looking for at this point. I'll grab some of these goodies, and there's one treasure chest left over here. I'll take the poison resistance with me. There's a magical scroll over there, but I think we've killed everyone. I think. Let's head back to base. It didn't give us any... You were under attack by lizard men. So can you not destroy major factions, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to kill them, but it's not necessarily making it super easy. The orcs should arrive behind them and pincer them. I hope. The tribe of Piatosek is destroyed. So for the major tribe, we actually landed ourselves 400 extra mana. Very, very nice. I need more graveyards. Give me... For the disposal of bodies. I mean, that'll make it so I have way too many undead minions, but... We're sitting fairly pretty right now in our city with regards to undead anyways. I'm sorry, our population cap, so I don't think we'll have to concern ourselves much further into the future. We'll start thinking about the ways in which we want to wipe out our enemies in the next episode. This game is called KeeperRL. If you wanted to get it for yourself, obviously, I've got a link for you down below. Thanks for stopping on in, everybody, and I'll see you when next we meet. Don't forget, if you like what I do here on the channel, take a moment, check out the Patreon and see if there's any bonuses there that you like. I've just recently posted my text review, and then I've also got bonus video logs and stuff like that. Pretty cool way to support the channel, alright? See y'all later. How do, everybody?